Hi, my name is Amar. Now in this video I will show you how to display the snack bar by using the GetX library. Now in the pubspec.yaml file I have used the get library, and after that I have synchronized the project such that I can use the functionalities provided by the GetX library. In the main.dart file, as you can see here, I have imported the material.dart package and the get.dart package. Now this package I am using to use the functionalities provided by the GetX library. Now in the main method I am running a app which is called as my app, or I am running a widget which is called as my app. Now this my app is extending the stateless widget, and in the build method you can see it is returning get material app. Now get material app is provided by the GetX library. This get material app actually is a widget which uses the material app as its child. Okay. In my previous video, I told you that GetX is not only used for state management. With the help of GetX, we can perform root management, we can perform dependency injection. Okay. Now in your project, if you want to do only state management, then you are not required to return get material app. You can use material app. Okay. But in your project, if you want to perform root management, if you want to display the snack bar, dialog, bottom sheet without using the context, then you need to use get material app. Okay. Now here I will display the snack bar without using the context. That's why here I am using get material app. Okay. Now in the title I have written snack bar. In the home I am using the scaffold widget. There is nothing to discuss here. Now in the body, in the center, I have taken the child as a column widget, and in the column, in the children, I am using raised button. In the child, I have displayed show snack bar, and in the on pressed method to display the snack bar, here I have written get.snack bar. The first parameter specifies the title of the snack bar, and the second parameter specifies the message of the snack bar. Okay. Now these two parameters are mandatory, right? Now up to this, if I save this and if I run this, then you will see show snack bar raised button is coming here. If I click here, then you will see this snack bar is coming from the top position, having the title as snack bar title and the message as this will be snack bar message. By default, the snack bar is generated from the top position. Okay. Now the snack bar has some other properties also which I have already written. Let me copy this and let me paste it here. Now I will make you understand the properties one by one, right? Now here, to change the snack bar position, we need to use snack bar position dot bottom or top. Top is the default property. If I save this, now if I run this again, then you can see that the snack bar is generated from the bottom position, right? Now there is one more way to specify the title and the message, that is by using the title text property and by using the message text property. Let me uncomment this. Okay, let me format the code. So title text, with the help of title text property, we can specify the title of the snack bar, and with the help of message text we can specify the message which will be specified in the snack bar. Okay. Now once you specify title text and message text, then this will override the value which you have provided here. If I save this and if I run once again, then you can see another title, another message is coming. Another message is coming in white color. Why? Because here I have used the style property, and in the style property I have specified the color as white. Okay. Now let me comment this. I will use the default one. Let me save this. Now here it has a color text property. Let me save this. Now if I run it once again, then you can see the color has been changed to red, because here I have used the color text property. If you want to change the background color, then we can use background color property. Here I have used black. If I click here, then you can see the background color has been changed to black. Okay. Now there is a border radius. If you want to change the border radius of the snack bar, then we can use border radius property. Let me click here, then you can see the border radius has been changed. Similarly, if you want to specify the margin, then you can use margin property, and here I have written edge insets dot all 10. This means from all the sides it will have a margin of 10. Okay. Margin is applied. Now here it has a property which is called as max width, means the snack bar which we are using, what will be the maximum width of the snack bar. Here I have specified 100. If I click here, then you can see the maximum width has been changed to 100. Okay, let me comment this. Now there is the animation duration. If I click here, then you can see there is an animation. Okay, you can control the duration of the animation by using animation duration. Okay, and in the animation duration I have specified the duration as 3000. This time is in millisecond. Okay, now if I click here, then you can see now there is a animation duration applied. Okay, now if you want, you can specify the background gradient to the snack bar, and to do that there is a background gradient property. Let me uncomment this. Now in the background gradient I have used a linear gradient, and in the colors I have specified colors.red and colors.green. If I save this, if I run it once again, then you can see gradient color has been applied. Now once we specified background gradient, then background color will have no effect. Okay, and in the background gradient I have specified the colors as red and green. That's why you are seeing the color is coming in the combination of red and green. Okay, now there is a property which is called as the border color, and here I have written a short note. If you can see here, I have written, while using the border color, ensure you are using border width, otherwise error will be generated. So whenever you are using the border color, you need to use the border width as well. Okay, let me uncomment this. If I save this and run it once again, then you can see a border has been applied to the snack bar with the color purple and the width as 4. You can see this border has been applied. Okay, now if you want, you can specify the shadow also. Now to specify the shadow, we have box shadows property. Okay, in the box shadow I have used, in the box shadows property I have used the box shadow, and in the color I have specified colors.yellow. In the offset I have specified 30 and 50. This means the shadow will be applied in the position 30th from the x direction, and in the offset position 50 from the y direction, and the spread radius of the shadow will be 20 and the blur radius will be 8. If I save this, if I click it once again, then you can see a background yellow shadow has been applied. Okay, you can see here the shadow has been applied. Okay, now you can see here one more thing, that if you want, let me click here. Now if you want, you can, let me click here once again. This is coming here. Now if you can see here, this snack bar is not dismissible. Okay, let me go here. Now here what I will do, I will use a property is dismissible. You can see here this property I will use, is dismissible true. Okay, and after that it will have a dismissed direction, means in which direction it will be dismissed, in the horizontal or in the vertical. Let me save this, let me run it once again. If I click here, now you can see it is dismissible. Okay, and it can be dismissed in the horizontal direction. Similarly, you can dismiss it in the vertical direction also by specifying the snack dismiss direction dot vertical. Okay, now there is the animation. This means whenever the snack bar is displayed, at that time you can change the animation by using forward animation curve, and here I have written curves dot bounce in out. If you change, lots of animation you will get. Here I will use the bounce in out. Okay, let me save this. Now let me show you once again the output. Now you can see it has a bouncing effect. Okay, similarly, what will be the duration? Let me save this. Now this duration property specifies how long the snack bar will be visible in the screen. Okay, remember this duration property specifies how long the snack bar will be visible in the screen. Here I have specified the duration as 8. Okay, now there is a property which is called as the icon. This means in the snack bar, if you want to specify the icon, that also you can do. But in the icon I have written icon widget I have used, and after that I have used icons.send, and in the color I have specified the colors.white. Let me save this. Now if I run it once again, then you will see that the color this icon is coming, and it has a animation of pulse animation. Okay, now if you want to make it false, that is also possible. Means the icon which you are displaying, if you don't want to display the animation, then here you need to use should icon pulse as false. By default it is true. Now let me uncomment this duration. Let me save this. Now if I click here once again, then you can see this icon is not animating. Okay, now it has a property which is called as the left bar indicator. If I uncomment this, then you will see a left bar will come in the left hand side. Let me click here. You can see this bar is coming. Let me change the color to something else. Let it be white, then it will be visible, I hope. Let me run once again. Yes, now you can see this white color, this white bar is coming in the left hand side. Okay, now it has a property which is called as the main button. Okay, now let me uncomment this main button. In the main button I have used the widget flat button. In the child I have specified text as retry. I have specified the color as green, text color as white, and in the on pressed I have not written anything. Okay, let me save this. Now let me click here once again. Now once you click here, then you can see this retry button is coming. Okay, now if you want to perform some action on this button click, then you can write the code here. Okay, now there is a on tap attribute. Now what is the purpose of this property? Now if you want to do something on click of snack bar, then we use this on tap attribute. Let me show you. If I uncomment this, okay, and here let me change the message from retry click to snack bar clicked. Okay, snack bar clicked. Now let me save. Let me save this. Now let me show you the output. Go to run. Now if I click here, now if I click on the snack bar, then you can see snack bar clicked message is printed. Okay, snack bar clicked is printed. So if you want to do something on the button click of this main button, then you need to write the code in the on pressed attribute. But if you want to perform some action on the click of the snack bar, then we need to use this on tap attribute. Okay, now there is a property which is called as the overlay blur. Okay, let me uncomment this. Now let me save this. Let me run this once again, then you will understand what is the meaning. Now you can see the button has been blurred. Whenever the snack bar is visible, this button is blurred. Okay, and what will be the blur value? Then you can specify with the help of this overlay blur. Okay, now you can specify the overlay color as well. If I save this, what will be the overlay color on display of a snack bar? Then you can change with the help of overlay color. Let me click here, then you can see the color has been changed to gray. Okay, now there is a padding property. Let me comment this. Now what is padding? If you want to specify the padding for the snack bar, then you can use this padding property. Let me show you. If I click here, then you can see a padding of 50 has been applied. Okay, now there is a property which is called as show progress indicator. If you want to show the progress indicator in the snack bar, then you can use this show progress indicator. Let me show you. If I click here, then you can see a progress bar has been running. Okay, a linear progress bar has been running in the top of the snack bar. Okay, now if you want to change the background color of that linear progress bar, then you can use this progress indicator background color, and here I have specified colors.deep orange. If I save this and if I run it once again, then you can see the background color of the linear progress bar has been changed to deep orange. Okay, now let me show you one more thing. If I click here, then the foreground color is blue for the linear progress bar. If you want to change that color, then we need to use progress indicator value color. Okay, and here you need to use always stopped animation of type color, and here I have specified the colors dot white. This will change the foreground color of the linear progress bar. As you can see, the color has been changed to white. Okay. Now I discussed about forward animation curve. As you can see here, let me show you. There is a forward animation curve when the snack bar will be displayed. Similarly, when the snack bar will be hidden, at that time also we can apply the animation by using the reverse animation curve, and here I have used curves bounce in out. Okay, let me save this. If I click here, there is animation while displaying. Now when it will be hidden, at that time also there is a animation of curves dot bounce in out. Okay, now there is another property which is called as the snack bar status. What this property will do, inside this property it will track what is the status of the snack bar, whether it is opened or not. Let me save this. Let me open this run. Now if I click here, then you can see when the snack bar is opened, then open snack bar is coming. Okay, and when it is closing, at that time the close snack bar is coming. This is coming due to this snack bar status property, and here I have printed its value. It will print whether the snack bar is opened or closed. Okay, now I will discuss one more attribute which is called as the user input form. Okay, let me uncomment this. Inside this user input form, I have taken a form widget. In the form widget, as a child I have taken a row widget, and in the children's of the row widget I have used the expanded widget, and in the expanded widget I have used the child as text field. Let me save this. Now if I click here, then you will see a text box is coming. Let me increase the duration first, then you will be able to see duration. Let me save this. If I click here, then you will see a text box is coming, and here you can type. Okay, whenever you are using user form property, at that time whatever properties I have used here, the main button, all these things are hidden. Okay, remember this. Okay, this is how we can use the snack bar provided by GetX. Okay, and this is the entire code. Just have a look. I hope you have liked my video. If you have liked my video, please subscribe to my channel. I will paste this entire code to the description of my video. Okay, thank you so much for watching.